Some good news to share with you as well, though, and that's about toilet roll.
Well, the big news is that there is plenty of it.
As
we've all been told for quite a long time. Nick and Eva Speakman have been finding out, and we can cross live to them now to find out. Look at that!
Wow! Quick, clear the shelves.
Guys, we are surrounded by this stuff. We're in Oldham. We are at a factory. It's a factory that manufactures toilet tissue. It's Nova tissue. I mean, we are literally surrounded by the stuff. You might think that there's a shortage, but, I mean, truckloads. Literally, there is truckloads of it. We're surrounded here by 250,000 toilet rolls just in this warehouse alone. We've got 2-ply, we've got 3-ply, we've got luxury, we've got economy, we've got all different prices. So there's loads of it.
When we told people we're coming here today, people thought we'd got the golden ticket because public opinion is that toilet roll is in scarce supply. But look, we can reassure you, it's not. There's loads here.
As you've seen today, you know, we would like to give you that assurance and that certainty that there is plenty of toilet tissue to go around, and that we just have to just buy what you need, just keep to what you need, don't go above and beyond that, think about other people, and just know that, like Karam said there, that 95% of toilet tissue is manufactured here, and he's assured us that if it's needed, they are going to keep producing it, so it will always be available for us, basically.
Right, thank you
Right,
both
thank you very much.
much.
As a company, they must be rubbing their hands
I
together.
know.
Two other people keeping our spirits up this morning are Ruby Porritt, who's 12, and her younger brother Kit, who's 10, from Woodbridge in Suffolk.
Well, worried about the effects the coronavirus could have on the elderly and vulnerable who might be self-isolating, Ruby and Kit have been handing out flyers like this. There they are. Oh, you've got one on screen. We have two here as well. Asking neighbours if they need any help.
We're joined now by Ruby, Kit and their mum Ellen from their home. It's lovely to talk to you all. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi. So, what sort of things have you been?
Hi.
What sort of things have you been offering help with?
We helped with going to the shop for our neighbours, walking their dog, leaving food on their doorstep, and writing and drawing pictures and letters to cheer them up. This is one that I drew.
That's so lovely.
Amazing.
I mean, it's such a wonderful thing to do. And Kit, how many houses do you think you've visited so far?
Well, there's 78 houses in our road, so about 78.
Ellen, you're sitting there smiling very proudly. How do you feel? Is this their idea?
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. Yeah, we had a long conversation. They were worried about the fact that supermarket shelves were empty, and we were talking about sharing and the importance of sharing. And Kit was sort of saying that he wanted to do stuff to help the neighbours, and the more the two of them talked, the more ideas they came up with. So, I mean, it sort of started with Ruby sending paper aeroplanes over into the neighbour's garden. They're older than us, and she sort of wanted to introduce herself and make sure that they didn't feel lonely. And so she's been communicating with the neighbours through paper aeroplanes, and then they sort of decided to create this poster, leaflet, and they went and visited all the neighbours, and we've set up a WhatsApp group, and people are, we've got a lot of elderly neighbours, actually, and people well into their 70s, and some of them live alone and they don't have relatives nearby, and they have actually sort of said that this is going to be hugely beneficial to them. And although we know we can't actually come in contact with them, we can leave things on their doorstep. We have chickens in the garden, so we've got a fresh supply of eggs, so we're going to be collecting eggs. We're offering them to the neighbours. Ruby and Kit are happy to sort of pop down to the local shop and do emergency shopping and deliver those to the doorsteps.
Wow.
And, of course, letters, drawings, things to cheer people up, I think.
We think you're fantastic, all of you.
Yeah,
well
amazing.
done. That's what we need. That's
That
what
is,
brings
isn't
the
it?
best out in everybody. Thank you, guys.
Oh.
Here in the UK, one couple are ensuring that those most in need aren't having to live without. Isia and Jawed Javed have owned and worked in their corner shop in Falkirk, Scotland for nearly 3 years, and they've been building up their supplies of things like hand wash and sanitizer, not for themselves, but to hand out to the elderly in their community.
Well, they join us now from their corner shop in Falkirk. Good morning to both of you, and thank you for joining us. So it was around about February time that you thought, OK, well, let's start increasing our supplies of this. What made you do it in the first place?
We started to stockpile some when we heard about the coronavirus, because the hand wash is very important to prevent coronavirus.
It's shown remarkable foresight. I mean, you really did think ahead there. How much did you buy?
We spent over £4,000 to buy all the stock.
Wow, I mean, that's an incredible amount.
What you're doing is you're putting together little packs and you're giving them away for free.
Yes, these packs for free.
So what have you got?
So
What's
the hand wash and...
It's hand wash, wipes and face mask.
face mask.
Amazing, well done. And of course, you know, so many people have sort of applauded you for doing this and saying what an amazing thing to do, well done. But then you've also had those people saying, hang on a minute, you're missing a trick here. You could be making a fortune for all of this, as we've seen shops up and down the country that have sort of bumped up their prices slightly. What stopped you from doing that?
We will have other opportunities to earn money. This is a virus. We want to help people, not to earn money at this time.
Yeah.
Well, we think
So
you're amazing.
We can earn money any time.
Yeah.
Well done, both of you.
People in
Great
Falkirk
example.
are very, very lucky.
Yes.
And it's a great effort. Thank you, guys. Thanks for talking to us.
Well, earlier we showed you the video of Grime Gran, whose rant on stockpiling has gone viral.
Now, everybody's going mad buying all the toilet rolls up. Why? Don't you normally buy them? The stores should be letting people only have one per customer. No, but the stores are greedy and they're not. Now, all start crying within the next week or so when the toilet prices double. Well, we'll see about that. You'll all be using newspaper like we did in the war.
Grime Gran, or Margie Keefe, to those who know her, joins us now. And it's lovely to talk
really
to you,
is.
Margie. You are live on the television. Please don't swear. What made you decide that you wanted to do that about stockpiling?
Well, Phil, because I think it's really wrong. Why do that when everybody's in the same position? There's poor people that cannot get out at all. There's elderly people going to the stores and looking at empty shelves. This never happened in my younger generation because people wasn't so greedy and selfish. Of course I had the rent. You know, going back to when I was younger, Ollie, growing up, a neighbour once knocked on my dear old mum's door for some soap and my mum cut the bar she had in half. Could you see them doing it now?
No.
You think we're a lot more selfish now, do you? This is a...
I really do, Phil. But this will, it will all blow over, it'll all fizzle out and everybody will be all right. I mean, you know, Ollie, there's a lot of good people still in the world. I mean, where I live, there's a young generation living next door and they've just knocked on my door and said, we know that there's an elderly lady living in there. She said to my grandson, if she needs anything, we'll get it. So hopefully people are now going to come together and do this.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Margie. It's lovely to talk to you.
Is.
We'll look forward to whatever other video you happen to post now.
Keep posting.
You look after yourself.
I will.
I was just thinking during the break, you know that when we had our studios down by the South Bank, the view was a real view. We've made no bones about the fact that you know, these are screens now, and so therefore we have control over the screens. And so we have seasons. We recorded when we were there. We recorded all the seasons. We've even got snow, but we decided that I've just asked the team. It's sort of winter time out there now.
Yeah, no leaves, no greenery.
From now on, and from this day forward, every day outside that window until we come through this is going to be summer. So let's turn all that
look
into summer, and there it is.
I mean, instantly, doesn't that make you feel better?
There we are.
Somehow, just that bit of greenery just feels quite nice.
It's summer out of the window.
Yeah, if you're self-isolating and you're in a flat and you haven't got access to open space, use our window. Look at all that. It's beautiful.
We should supply that, actually, shouldn't we? Here we go. Transmit our window to your house.
Now, on Monday's show, we were talking to Esther Ranson, who's self-isolating at the moment because of her age. Esther was talking about some of the ways she thinks we can help the most vulnerable people in the country.
And this was what she said.
I've had an idea, Phil and Holly, which is we've got a great British product called GARETH Malone. And here we are, our isolated people on Skype. Why doesn't he create a choir out of all of us to sing We'll Meet Again?
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a good idea. Someone tweeted Gareth Malone, and Gareth Malone has apparently just said, right, as from today, I'm on it.
How good is that?
Well done, Esther. There we go.
Very good. Oh, and look, Gareth Malone heard about Esther's idea and is here now with a very special announcement to keep your spirits up. So, what are you doing?
I'm going to do exactly. I've heard the call from Esther Ranson. I'm going to do a music project over. This could be months, couldn't it? That I'm out of work. All my friends who are musicians have got nothing to do. We're all sitting around trying to keep spirits up. So we're going to put together the Great British Home Chorus, or Home Alone, as I like to call it.
Home Alone.
I've been waiting years.
That's amazing.
I've been waiting years.
Oh,
Home
my
Alone.
goodness.
That's so good.
So that's me. Yeah, so I will be at home making music. So I would like people to download tracks, sing along, record them onto their phones, onto laptops, and then upload them so we can start slicing them together. It's very, very tough times, very frightening times, because we rely on working with other people. It's the whole magic of music. So we will be trying to make the technology do something.
Find a way.
Yeah, and hopefully to monetise it as well, because there's an opportunity here for musicians at home to contact people individually, do bespoke things, be creative. And I want everyone to get sort of like a crafting afternoon. Go and make some music with your family. Get the salt shakers out and bang a pan. Or if you have got a trumpet that you used to play as a kid, get it back out, start practicing. Yeah. Use the time positively. Yeah, people can go to decca.com/Great British Home Chorus /. I'll put it on my.
We'll put it on our app as well. So
and they can sign up, and as soon as I know something, we'll be singing, I don't know, wherever you are, or we'll be
What song is it? Do you know?
Well, no, it's not going to be one song. I think at some point I'll gather everything. I think it should be lots of songs and speaking to lots
Work
of
in progress.
Right, we're going to continue our mission to keep your spirits up, and if you're self-isolating, we thought you might need a way to pass your time.
Well, today, the This Morning family have joined us to share their favourite shows to binge watch alongside entertainment expert Lucy Cave. Morning, Lucy. So you've sort of taken control of this, haven't you?
I am taking control of it. I mean, there's rarely a silver lining in such serious matters, but we have got a glimmer of goodness. TV box sets to watch when you're at home or working from home. You might want a bit of company in the background while you're working from home. So, yes, we've got all your choices for the nation. I think we will start with you, Holly, please.
OK, well, mine is called The JINX. Now, I don't know whether you've seen this. This is kind of it's a true story. And I might just set it up a little bit first. It delves into the strange history of real estate. I'm talking to you like you can actually hear the director. I apologise. We're just having a little chat now. I haven't done that for years.
That's page 1 in the handbook.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. So, real estate heir Robert Durst is long suspected of this sort of unsolved disappearance of his wife. And people were speculating at the time, was he responsible for her murder? Was he not? The last few seconds of that documentary is probably some of the best TV I have ever seen.
It's literally jaw-dropping, isn't
it? And people say it's like it's fiction because it's just so incredible.
But you've got to watch it in the right order.
You do. You do. I mean, the movie does set up the story quite well.
Watch the movie first?
I've watched the movie.
Yeah. Ryan.
And then you sort of experience the full thing. Where can you watch it now? Because I watched it on Netflix years ago, but I think it's not there anymore.
You can watch it on Sky. It's also on Amazon Prime for $13.99 for the whole series, or you can watch each individual episode for £2.49. If you haven't got an Amazon account, you can create one online and you'll get a 30-day free trial. Or you can watch it on Now TV and you'll get an entertainment pass, and so you'll get 7 days and then 2 months for $8.99.
Very good. All right, thank you.
OK, next up. Philip, what's your choice?
I've gone for Game of Thrones because it's won 58 primetime Emmy Awards. If you wanted to watch the whole thing back-to-back, you've got quite a bit of time. You're an hour each. It would take you 3 days and 16 minutes to watch
we've
the whole
added it
lot.
up with no sleep.
So this is the warring folk of Westeros. It's intrigue, it's drama, it's dragons, it's
a bit
sex,
gory, isn't it?
It's gory.
Slightly, yeah.
It's big. It's very, very big.
Oh, so 8 series, 10 episodes each. That'll keep you quite busy, I think. And you actually dressed as one of...
For Halloween, we got the Game of Thrones team in, the full team, and they made me into the Night King, which was one of my most amazing moments ever in my career. It was just astonishing. I loved that so much. The only trouble was that it was only when I was fully made up that the Game of Thrones team said, "Oh, by the way, he can't talk."
Yeah,
so,
well, worse for me, that bit of information. Bearing in mind I was co-hosting
but you can't have one of the scariest villains on TV with my voice.
What do you know today, Gina? There would have been memes everywhere. So Game of Thrones available on Sky or Now TV or Amazon Prime, $16.99 for the full series.
Brilliant.
So,
OK, Emma.
I love that everyone's got, like, intrigue and thriller, and I'm sex education.
I love sex education.
Love it.
So good.
Really love it. It was the childhood and teenagehood I wish I'd had, as opposed to the really boring one I encountered,
So it's brilliant. It's British comedy drama. It stars Gillian Anderson as the mother who is a sex therapist of this boy called Otis, and he decides to use her knowledge to teach some of the kids at his school for cash. It's a little bit saucy.
It would be for your older teenagers, not necessarily for young.
Yeah, definitely. My boys have watched it all, obviously, straight away.
Wow.
So that's on Netflix, which is $5.99 a month.
We've isolated Stanley by popular request. What's yours, Stanley?
Mine is David Attenborough. David Attenborough, and as a matter of fact, it would be the Blue Planet series, but Our Planet, Our Earth, he has done such a wonderful set of box sets. So, I mean, you could spend a month, you could spend 2 months looking at the Attenborough oeuvre.
Yeah.
Very good. Thanks, Stanley. That's a good choice.
So that's Our Planet, which is on Netflix, and you can watch BritBox if you want to see some of his older stuff.
What's yours? Stuff that's on now that's good. Altered Carbon, if you like sci-fi, that's really good. Treadstone, if you liked the Bond movies, that's another one that's actually quite good to watch.
Yeah.
And now Suspicion is good. And also the one that we like. The one that we like.
Which one do we like?
Succession.
Oh, Succession.
How
did no one mention
You've
that?
got to do Succession.
Line
now
of Duty.
could be
You've not seen
Line of Duty. Now could be the time to start Breaking Bad as well.
Yeah. Oh, there are lots. There are lots.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.